Hey y'all, it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 20 of Scrap-O-Ween. It's Freaky Friday and time to get busy in my October daily. I have a couple of supplies picked out. I have a couple of ideas I want to try. Of course, I've got my stories to tell, so let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to do is look through my paper pad here, and I want to find a paper to back the page that I worked on before. The houses are really cute, but they don't really go with the story that I'm going to be telling with this picture. So I picked out this orange paper with the silver foiled stars, and I am cutting it to fit on the back of my last layout. And I'm just going to put it together here, and I'm going to line it up, and I only put tape on one side so that I can make sure I have everything lined up right and how I want it, and it's a lot easier to take it off if I have it misaligned, which usually happens, and I have to fix it. So here I want to have a little bit of a mat for my picture. I have a little bit of room, so I'm just going to make the smallest of a mat here, and it's about maybe 1/8 of an inch around. And I don't want any of the white core of the paper showing, so I just go ahead and use my little ink dauber there to put some black ink all the way around. And this picture here is a picture of me and my family at Six Flags. We went to Fright Fest for this year, and this actually happened at the end of September. But because we go for Fright Fest, I always put it in my October daily. It is one of the things that we usually do each year. Since we don't live near Busch Gardens in Virginia, when we would always go to Howl-O-Scream, we live relatively close to the Six Flags, so we come to it each year instead. And I want to add a little bit more to this page. I've got that cardstock sticker on the bottom that says beware, and I'm just kind of looking for some other things, and I have this sheet here that has a bunch of stars and moons, and I'm like, ooh, since I covered up some of the stars with the word fright, I went ahead and added some more of the silver. Well, it's actually like hologram, because if the light shines on them just right, you see a bunch of rainbow. And I'm going to finish it off with some silver splatters. I think that's called Iron Gate. Now, this next story that I'm going to tell, I'm really excited about it. It's not the very next one in my book, but I'm waiting for some things to dry before I can actually do my next story. So the other day I was on YouTube and I saw one of Chamelle's videos where she was doing the, what does she do? The best of both worlds videos, and she had put a diagonal on her page, and so that's what I'm doing here. I'll have a link to her video below, and you can go and see her full 12 by 12 layout that she did. But it just, this little bit here that she did just really inspired me, and I loved the look, so I wanted to copy that. Here in this little tiny 4x4 album, it's not quite enough room for all of the beautiful things that she has included in her layout, But I love how this turns out. So these pictures here are pictures of my very first vanilla extract. I bought some vanilla beans, and my husband had got some, I think it's vodka, for me to make my own vanilla extract. And you have to wait like a whole year for it to finish doing the extract fully. I mean, you can start tasting it, I think, after like 4 or 5 months, and when it gets to the flavor that you like, you can just start using it. But I want to try and do the full year because I really want a nice strong vanilla extract. And so I have my little pictures tucked into this little pocket here, and I went ahead and glued down the fold, and I have titled this One Whole Year because I'm just like, oh god, I hate waiting. How am I going to wait a whole year? But actually, we're not new to having to wait. My husband, he likes to make homemade eggnog, and he will make eggnog for the Christmas season no later than about February. So this past February or January, February, he made eggnog, and then those who enjoy eggnog in our family will enjoy it at probably start a little taste at Thanksgiving, but then they'll enjoy it at Christmas time. And I've got these little vellum ghosts here that I've attached because, oh my gosh, I hate waiting. And then I also put down these little puffy sticker potion bottles because, you know, I'm extracting, I'm kind of making a potion. And I decided to use this tag here to make my own tag with these skeletons because, you know, that meme when you're waiting for something and it's just like a skeleton in the picture. Like, this is me waiting for my vanilla extract to finish. So I've just punched out this the tag hole, and I'm putting a little twine on it, and then I'm gonna write down on the back of it. Oh well, first I'm putting a little doodly border because I love doodly borders. They just really kind of polish things off, kind of like this mica stain splatters. But I'm just gonna write on the back here. I'm so excited about starting homemade vanilla. I just can't believe it takes a whole year to be ready. I hate waiting. And then I'm going to put this little sticker of a cauldron that says I put a spell on you with the little bubbles coming up. And I really think that making your own vanilla extract does put a spell on you, because now I'm thinking, ooh, I want some more vanilla beans and try different kinds of vanilla beans with different kinds of alcohols and see what kind of flavors I get. It's really kind of an exciting hobby maybe to get into, but wow, we'll have to wait a whole year. So here is the story that comes before the vanilla. And this is some pictures of me and my husband, and we are inside a coffin. So at at Fright Fest, there was a whole bunch of coffins set up and all kinds of really funny displays. It was supposed to be an area, obviously, for photo ops, but it was also kind of a funny thing. And I forget the name of it. The little section had a name, and it had something about like Marty's used coffin sales or something, but I can't remember the name. And of course I didn't get a picture of it. I could kick myself because sometimes I'll just take pictures of information so that I will have it when I go back to scrap a page, and I didn't get one. But here I am looking for some paper to have as my my back. I mean, it's a layout. So what do you call your background paper? So I've decided on this orange and black stripe. And when I sat down to make these layouts, I did not expect to be making 2 pockets back to back, but this ends up being a pocket layout as well. And I just had cut some black cardstock with my coffin die here so I could put them on the back of the photos just to kind of give them a finished look. And then I had taken I have these little tombstone dies, and I cut out some tombstones, and then I used my little container of the Tim Holtz Distress Grit Paste in Crypt to make them look like stone. I did try first to put that stuff over just a big piece of paper, not big, but you know, a bigger piece of paper, and let it dry, and then try and cut out the dice, but that didn't work. It was really too thick. So I cut out these shapes, and then I covered them in the grit paste. And I should have recorded that, but by the time I thought to turn on the camera, it was already done. So here is the final result. And I'm just gluing that down to the bottom, and I know I want to tuck my coffins back behind them. And I have my title here called Used Coffin Sales. And then my little doodly border here. And I'm making sure that everything tucks in nice. And I'm actually going to have to glue these down because this is basically mixed media, and they are not going to stick on that grit paste. These little letters, they're from Heidi Swapp, and I love them because they're so small and they're perfect for smaller layouts like this, but they don't really stick. I don't really know of any that really stick. They pretty much all need to have extra adhesive. But I'm just going to use this little tweezers. I have a hard time using them because I want to squeeze them to close them instead of squeeze them to open them. So I have a hard time with those. And also I didn't have any E's, so I'm having to Frankenstein some E's out of F's. And I just cut the tips off of a letter Z because I don't hardly ever use Z. But I also know that I want to add a little bit more decoration. So I'm going to put a couple of little things back behind my coffins. And I found that that Eek clear sticker, and I put up there in the upper right hand corner. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to make another coffin to write my journaling. I don't have that much to say about it. So I've pulled out these Tim Holtz label dies. And I couldn't decide if I wanted the rectangle one or the oval one. So I figured, well, I'll just cut one of each and then see which one I like better. And I just love this little sidekick here. It's so convenient to just run a small die through when I just need something real quick. But I do decide on this little oval one here. And I just wrote, the Romeo and Juliet package was just perfect for us. Because this one was set up and its name was the Romeo and Juliet package. And they had a price tag on that thing for $4,000. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? $4,000. Well, I know coffin sales are pretty high, but geez, it was used. I would have thought it would be a lot less since it was used. And I wanted to add a little bit more something, and I wasn't sure what, but I pulled out these black glitter stickers, which I have a hard time using for some reason. But I'm like, ooh, these are perfect to just kind of sprinkle around. So I have a little bat there above my title, and then I have a star down there, and then I've got 2 more there on the back, just kind of peeking out there. And just kind of making sure everything tucks and doesn't stick. And that's gonna do it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a wonderful October, and I hope that you have gotten to do lots of fun things for this season. I'm just gonna bring these up so you can get a little bit closer peek. And that's just so cute. We had a fun day. And I can't wait for my vanilla to be ready. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.